Hello, my name's Tanner. Welcome to my YouTube channel. The reason why I started this YouTube channel is I want to kind of offer a different perspective from what I've seen on YouTube videos so far. I just barely got my real estate license. I have, no experience in the business. And so I kind of want to take you guys along the journey with me. Most of what I've seen on YouTube, on the videos at least I've looked at, they're 20 minutes long, and they're guys that have been in the business for 5-10 years. They've already made money. They already kind of know the ins and outs, and they try and backtrack to the beginning and recall everything. Like I said, I'm just barely got my license, and I want to take you through the entire journey with me, show you the do's and don'ts, kind of what I learned. Now, kind of a caveat there is I am in Utah, so wherever you're at may be a little bit different as far as what it requires or the different rules you guys have for selling houses, but it should for the most part be the same. So today's video, I'm just going to kind of fill you in on how I got to where I'm at, what interested me in real estate, and basically between when I got interested and to the point now where I actually have my license. So what got me interested is, the very first thing is, when I was younger, I read the Rich Dad Poor Dad series by Robert Kiyosaki. After I read that series, he kind of had me hooked on the whole idea of real estate. He also has another book. It's quite a bit thicker, and it's called The Real Book on Real Estate. So I combed through all that as well, and I tried to retain as much of it as I could. So after that, life kind of takes off, and I ended up working a full-time job. And the 9-to-5 thing just really isn't for me. So that's another big thing as far as why I wanted to do real estate is I want the freedom. I want to be my own boss. I want to kind of create my own schedule. If I want to go take a day off, I have the ability to do so. I have the ability to work from home. I have the flexibility to do whatever I want. And me personally, I have the drive to make sure that works. I'm a very driven person. The 9-to-5 where a boss is telling you what to do, and they're telling you can only have 6-10 days sick a year or something like that. How are you going to tell me how many days I'm allowed to be sick a year? Or if you want to go on vacation, you have a big family vacation planned, and they tell you, well, you better hope you have enough seniority that nobody else took your days. Out of your mind. I work so I can go on vacations, I can do hobbies and all this other stuff. I don't work for fun by any means. So the fact that they can tell you when you can and can't go on vacation, you can be with your family, is just absurd. So a lot of that be your own boss is really appealing to me. Beyond that, it's real estate's a real big passion of mine, even and kind of a hobby as well, I guess. I'm one of them guys. I watch HGTV from sun up till sundown. I go on the weekends. I'll go to open houses in different neighborhoods around here just to see kind of how they design the inside, what the market's like, and just kind of dream shop, wish shop a little bit. So if I can turn something that's really a hobby of mine that I already kind of do on my free time into a long-term career with the potential to make a lot of money, I figured, what better way to do it? And then speaking on the money, back to kind of the 9-to-5 job, there's a lot of jobs out there that you can be the hardest working person in the room, and somebody else can be lazy as can be, and they're over there in the corner doing barely anything. You're working circles around them, and there you guys still are collecting the exact same paycheck over and over and over. It'll drive you crazy, and it makes you bitter at your job to even want to go in if you're out working everybody and, you're sitting at the same level. With real estate, there's the potential there, you grind day in and day out, you work really hard, and it looks like the benefits start coming your way. You got to promote yourself, you obviously got to build your brand, you got to build your empire up, but the harder you work, the more money comes your way. You're not going to be lazy and make money in this job. You're not going to kind of sit on the sidelines and make the same as the people that are just out there busting their ass every day. So there's a lot of good perks to it. I'm sure I'll find negative things along the way too. But that's a lot of kind of what sucked me into the getting my real estate license. The very first thing, when you get started in real estate, you obviously got to find a school. Don't take this step lightly. I went through and I was told the same thing, make sure you research everything. And so I did. I put a lot of time and effort into it. I looked up reviews online. I looked up prices. And like I said, I'm in Utah. And so I looked up the top schools in Utah. Everybody has different prices. There was different reviews. There was different perks for every school. I finally ended up picking one, and one of the reasons why I did pick it, for one, they were one of the top rated ones in Utah. The pricing was pretty comparable to all the other schools, and they offered both, on campus and online classes, which was a big selling point to me because, like I said, I still work a full-time job, I have a family, so it wasn't going to be possible for me to be able to go to the campus and, every single day from morning till night stay in that campus. So the fact that I was able to, go home, look at the classes online, and learn that way was a big benefit. But at the same time, it was kind of a setback. A lot of the classes, teachers are very, very monotone. They were, and they're just reading law after theory, and it was really hard to follow. Especially, I'm at home, I have the laptop on my lap, but you got kids screaming around, you got life kind of going around, all around you. You got sports on the TV, so you're kind of like focus on the computer, focus on the sports, a little back and forth. So I feel like for me, it would have been a big benefit if I could have been at the school, could have, heard the teachers' point of views, because a lot of times they give you a little bit of insight on things. You can bounce ideas off of other classmates. You can hear, what other people have done in the past that are taking the classes for the, a second or third time. And there's even little tricks, you can learn acronyms as a class. You can find different ways to remember different things. When you're doing it at home, it's kind of all on you, and you just got to really push and engage yourself. And if you have the ability to do that, that's great. Like I said, if I was to do it over again, I wish I would find a way to get to the campus. I probably would have retained a lot more information than what I did. That was a big part of the school, but like I said, make sure you pick your school, do your homework on it. Don't just go to the very first school you see and jump in and sign up. Do your homework, weigh the pros and cons for everything. Next, you obviously got to go, once you pass your schooling, then you got to take the actual real estate exam. It's, if I remember right, about 6 hours total between the two exams, give or take. And you pass that, they end up doing your background check, and they go through all your paperwork, they do everything once you pass that. One little caveat in there is, don't go into this and not expect to be paying zero fees. Have some money saved up. If this is going to be the main job that you have a little bit of savings saved up for it, because you have test fees, you have school fees, you have broker fees, you have MLS fees, you have all these things that stack up, and they're not inexpensive by any means. You're paying a pretty good price to take off in this career. And then once you take off, you still gotta get your cards, you gotta get proper attire, all the different things like that. So make sure you prep yourself and prepare to be spending some money in order to start your real estate career and hopefully be making all that money back. So I'm at the point, like I said, I passed my test. Once you pass your test, obviously then you gotta go find a broker. You have to work under a broker for so many years. Here I believe it's 3. And weigh those. That's going to be the biggest selling point, I think, and the most important thing for a new real estate agent like myself. I went to probably at least 15 different brokers weighing the different pros and cons, as far as the percentage cut that you get, the training they offer, what kind of agent they help you be. Some people work in teams, some people work side by side in training, some people you literally sign a paper, they say, hey, I'm your broker, and they just throw you into the water and you sink or swim type deal. So if you're good with that, then go ahead. There's still plenty of things online that you can learn, and you can take off that way too. It just depends on what you kind of want to, or what you feel you need as far as training and knowledge to take off. So weigh your different options on that. Ask a lot of questions. Ask your percentages, ask the training, ask the benefits. Try to ask other people that have worked there. If you know people that have worked there before and maybe they have left, why they've left. I know I have a personal friend who worked with a company here in Utah that they take a really big cut out of your sales, but they offer amazing training. They help you, build a website, build your cards. The training is just super extensive, but it helped build her really, really well. And once she was comfortable enough that she felt that she could, take off and build her own brand, and she was going to be good enough to do that, she went to a broker that, just takes a way less cut of the pay, but they don't help with anything. You're literally on your own. You represent their company, but they don't really help you with anything. So, I mean, give or take, you can do either which way. So once you get your license, obviously you're going to find your broker, and once you get your broker, then you have a lot of paperwork, and like I said before, a lot of fees. So you're going to fill out your broker application. I'm sure they're going to have some kind of interview process and all that stuff. You're going to have to give them your resume, all the different things for the broker. And then on top of that, you're going to have to register with the board, and you're going to have to get on with the MLS, and I'm sure there's other fees in there that I'm forgetting. And like I said before, you're going to want to build your business cards, and then you're going to kind of want to build a website or some kind of social media platform. This was all new to me. When I started going through the real estate school, I didn't have any real social media stuff. I didn't have a Facebook or anything like that. So once I got it, Facebook's, that gets you out there, get your name out there. A lot of people just run their entire businesses off of there. So I had to create a Facebook page, and you really want to do as many things as you can to try and promote yourself, get your name out there, and build your brand. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Like I said, I've got the license, I've got my broker, I've paid all the starting fees that I can think of right now. There will be more to come. I'm sure there will be more to come over there, but tomorrow we'll upload another video. I'm actually going to meet with my broker, and it's going to be our day one training together. From what I've talked to him about, he's going to help me kind of get started building my brand, get an idea of where I want to be in my first year, and kind of build a list of goals and figure out how we can start going about achieving all these goals and kind of build a game plan off of that. The number one step that we started with was to build a sphere of influence. If you're not familiar with that term, basically make a list of everybody that you know that's close to you. There's different numbers. Some people say 50, some people say 200 people, just people that will help you get sales. Your close family members, your close friends, and then start extending beyond that is people that you would see at the store that we would actually recognize you and say hello to. Get these guys information. You want their names, you want their numbers, you want to be able to contact them through email, because this is going to be your initial group of people that you start saying, hey, I'm now a real estate agent, please help me get sales. They either might buy from you or they might know somebody. This is going to be kind of your word of mouth, start spreading out your brand. So I would recommend very quickly, as soon as you get your license, build that sphere of influence, get it all lined up. That way you have people that are ready to help sell your brand. And that's all I got for now. I'll be back, like I said, probably tomorrow, and I'll keep you guys updated on this journey with me. Thank you.